Well, I think Dwight Eisenhower referred to them as the military-industrial complex. They really are the neocons that infect our intelligence agencies, infect our military and the Pentagon. They are deeply in bed with defense contractors and others who make multi-millions, if not billions of dollars out of war. I think it's very important to recognize that any military leader, any general or admiral who got his stars, who got their promotion under Obama, is going to be a globalist. The American patriots in our military were riffed out, were not promoted, and therefore people like H.R. McMaster, who previously worked for a think tank financed by George Soros, the Rockefeller Foundation, and the Ford Foundation, is an asp in the bosom. He is a quisling who agrees with nothing Donald Trump says. He keeps insisting in public that Islamic terrorism is not a problem, that Islam is a peaceful religion, and that there's nothing wrong with the so-called radical Muslim takeover of the Middle East. One would have to be naive to believe that the Obama administration's efforts to systematically empower our enemies and remove our friends and allies in every country throughout the Middle East was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake, it was the plan. Hillary Clinton was a highly successful Secretary of State. Her success was in systematically turning over the entire region to the Muslim Brotherhood. That was the plan. And the important thing for Bill and Hillary is they lined their pockets while they were doing it. One need look no further than Uranium One to see the largest multi-million-dollar treasonous crime in American history. I do believe that there is a path forward for the president. It is one that requires extraordinary boldness. Let me outline that. The Democrats now realize that Robert Mueller, the special counsel, is so completely discredited because of the leaks that he has been caught promulgating, because of the emails and text messages between his strike force and the FBI that completely expose the partisan, bogus, and biased effort to get Donald Trump at all costs. They actually speak openly of an insurance policy against his election, that may fail. Therefore, they are trying to incite the president into firing Mueller. That way they can whip up a hysteria, regain the upper hand, claiming, oh, the president fired Mueller in order to cover up his own crimes, and that's the basis for which he should be removed. That is not, in my opinion, how the president can now safely proceed. That is not to say that Mueller doesn't deserve to be fired. He does. His entire probe is illegitimate. What the president must do is as follows. First, he must fire Rod Rosenstein, the #2 man at the Justice Department. Rosenstein is a Bush-Clinton globalist quisling inserted in the Trump Justice Department by former Republican National Chairman Reince Priebus. He has a dagger pointed at the president's heart. It was Rosenstein who appointed his comrade Mueller to be special prosecutor. The reason for his the rationale for his firing is quite simple. Even the appearance of conflict of interest under the DOJ rules would make him subject to discipline. Comey and Mueller are his closest friends and allies, indeed his patrons. It was Mueller who gave him his first job. The president should fire him. If the firing of Mueller would cause a public firestorm, the firing of Rosenstein would barely cause a bonfire. Then the president must ignore his lawyer's advice and order Jeff Sessions, our hapless Attorney General, to appoint a special prosecutor in the matter of Uranium One. And the president should name the prosecutor. Andrew McCarthy, the former New York prosecutor, Judge Andrew Napolitano, Congressman Trey Gowdy, Any of these men, and a host of others I can think of, are patriotic Americans who would adhere to the letter of the law and proceed to unwind Uranium One. Now, who are the four major perps in Uranium One? Robert Mueller, who as FBI director covered up the crime of bribery and treason. Andrew McCabe, the deputy FBI director, who abetted the same. FBI Director James Comey, and the supervising U.S. Attorney, Rod Rosenstein. They should immediately be placed under federal investigation. And I think at that juncture, you have checkmated the bogus Russian collusion investigation. The point, though, is to move quickly. Mueller, Comey, McCabe, and Rosenstein must be charged, tried, convicted, and incarcerated. These men are criminals, and they covered up treason. The sale of 20% of Americans' enriched uranium supply to the Russians is a treasonous act. There is no statute of limitation for treason. I say lock them up.